Welcome dear children. I welcome you all in today's live math class. Children, in the last class we had solved the questions from exercise 1A. Am I right? So now today we will move further and we will discuss the next topic. And the first topic that we will discuss today is operation on integers. Right? So we will see how to add the integers. There are many operations, but basically we will discuss about addition of integers. Okay, this is the first thing that we have to learn. So let us start, children. You all are requested to get ready with your notebook and pen. Okay, so that I could start. So today's topic. What is today's topic? Operation. Operation of integers. Okay, and we will discuss about addition only, not about subtraction, multiplication, or division. Okay, so first thing that we have to learn is addition of integers. Okay, so now we will discuss this. How do we use number line for adding to integers? If we have to add to integers, we can add directly also, or we can add by using number line. So firstly, we will see how to use number line for adding to integers, as we have already discussed about the number line yesterday. So if we have to use a number line, suppose I am drawing a number line here on the board. So I will draw a horizontal straight line. Okay. In the center, there will be 0, right? Then positive integers will be on the right hand side, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and so on. Right, children? And negative integers will be on left hand side. So mark negative integers here: -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, and so on. Right, children? Suppose we have two integers which are to be added. Let us take two integers. Suppose I have to add +5 and plus -8. What will be value of +5 and -8? Okay, let us see. For this, firstly we will start from 0 and move to +5. Okay. For positive integers, we move in the right hand side direction, and for negative integers, we will move in the left hand side direction. Am I right? So let us see. First number is +5. So start from 0. And which direction you have to move? Yes, you have to move in positive direction, right? So move in the positive direction. How many steps, children? The number is +5. So you will move 5 steps. So from 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On 5 you have to move. Move to +5. It is +5. Okay. That is 5 steps. Now from +5. Now you are on +5. So next step will be started from +5. And how many steps? 8 steps. In which direction? Negative direction. As you can see, this is -8. For -8, you will move 8 steps in the negative direction, right? So from 5, not from 0, because now you have moved to 5. So you will start the next step from 5 only. From 5, how many steps? 8 steps in the negative direction. So for positive direction, I am moving from upside. So for negative direction, I will moving from downside. So from +5, 8 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Count it. You have reached to -3. Right? So from 5, move to -3. So the direction from 5 to -3, towards -3. Okay. So you have to show the direction. Don't forget it. So at last, what do you get? Minus 3. So here you write minus 3. And this is the answer. Right, children? So easy. This is the question number 1 in your exercise 4B. Okay. So you will solve that the same question by using this method. Okay. Let us take another example. Suppose I am taking one example from your exercise only. This is the ninth part of question number 1. Okay. So you will see how it is solved, and at the same time you will solve the questions from your exercise also. So it is first question, ninth part. The numbers are 5 plus minus 2 and plus minus 6. Okay, children? 5 plus minus 2 and minus 6. Here is one positive integer and there are two negative integers. So first step we will start from 0, right? Always we have to start from 0 only. Don't forget. So start from 0 and move how many steps? 5 steps in the right side direction, positive direction. So from 0 again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move to 5 and so here plus 5. That is 5 steps. Right? Now you have reached to 5. Now second step will start from 5. And how many steps? See the second number now. Second number is minus 2. Right? So 2 steps in the negative direction. This is minus 2. So from 5 you will move in the negative direction. Right? If it was plus 2, then you must have moved to the right hand side directions. So if integer is positive, then move in the right hand side direction. If integer is negative, then you have to move in the left hand side direction. Right? So from 5 we have to start now. And how many steps? 2 steps in the negative direction. So negative direction, left hand side direction, 1, it is 4, 1 and 2. So move from 5 to 3. After 2 steps in the backward direction, you will reach to 3. So write it here minus 2 and show the direction. Right, children? Now you are on 3. From 3, next step will start from 3. So next step is minus 6. 6 step in the negative direction. So from 3, 6 step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. You will reach to minus 3. Am I right? So start from 3 and make a jump directly to minus 3 and show the direction and write the integer here minus 3. And finally you have reached to this number minus 3. After minus 6 there is no other number. So your last destination is minus 3. So lastly you have end at minus 3. So your answer is minus 3. Right, children? This is the way. So here you can see we have used the number line to add more than 2 integers. So in this way we can add any number of integers by using number line. Okay, children? Let us take one more example. So always when you have to add 2 or more integers, firstly draw the number line and always start from 0. Okay? And see which number is the first one. If it is positive, then move in the positive direction, right hand side direction. If it is negative, then move in the negative direction, that is left hand side directions. So the next integer, suppose I am taking the number like minus 1, let me rub it, minus 1, then I am writing here so that you can see it easily. Minus 1, then plus minus 2, plus minus 3. Children, here you can see all three integers are negative. Okay, children. So how to add this? This is eighth part of question number 1. So for adding these numbers, children, firstly move to -1. Start from 0. From 0, one step in the negative direction. So from downward you can move up to -1. Now from -1 we will start. From -1, two steps in the negative direction again. So -1, start from -1 and 1, 2 steps in the negative direction backward. So 1, 2. So make another jump, second jump from -1 to -2. First jump from 0 to -1. So the direction and write here -1, right? For second jump, show the direction from -1 to -3 and write the steps. How many steps? 2 steps. Okay, in the negative direction. So write -2. Right, children? After that, third jump is -3. 3 steps in the negative direction. From where, children? From -3. Because you are now on -3. Start from -3 and 3 steps in the backward direction. So 1, 2, 3. Here, right? So at -6, right? -3. 3 steps in the backward direction. Okay, children? So the last destination is -6. Right, children? So your answer will be -6. And write it here -6. This is the answer. So this is the way how to solve such questions, how to use number line to add two or more integers. Okay. So in this way, I hope you can solve question number 1 now. Now, children, we will discuss about some rules which are used for adding two or more integers. When we have to add two or more integers directly, because we will not use number line every time. So if we have to add the integers directly, then how can we add? What rules are to be followed? Okay, children, let us see now. So write the next heading. And the next heading that we have to discuss, next topic is rules for addition of integers. Rules for addition of integers. Rule 1. When we are adding two positive integers, okay children, two positive integers, then what we will do? First integer is positive and second integer is positive. Both are positive. Then what we will do? We will put plus sign and we will add. The value will be added. That it's so simple. For example, +3 and +4. +3 and +4. So obviously we will put plus sign and add the integers. 3 plus 4. What will we get? +7. So simple. If sign is same, if both are positive, then their sum will also be positive. They will be added and you will put plus sign. Right, children? If this is the first rule. So if both the integers are negative, if we have to add two negative integers, then what is the rule? So this is rule number 1, right? Rule number 2. When we have to add negative integers, negative plus negative, both are negative, both the integers are negative, then Here you can see when we are adding the positive integers, then result was positive. Okay, and we had added because both the numbers are having same sign. Right, children? Whenever two or more integers are having same sign, they are always added. So these two integers are having same sign. That means they are moving in the same direction. Okay, then their value will be added. It means first integer is 2 less than 0, second integer is 5 less than 0. So firstly 2 steps downward, then 5 steps downward. Then total you will be 7 steps downward. Am I right? So if you are moving in the same direction, then your values will be added. But your direction is negative, so you will use negative sign. It means negative plus negative. We are moving in negative directions. Okay. Then final direction will be negative only. Am I right, children? And our negativity will increase because both the numbers are negative. So we will add. Right, children? For example, suppose -3 plus -5. These are two integers. Right, children? Both are negative. Both are having same sign. Then what do we do, children? We will put negative sign because both the integers are negative. It is loss of 3 rupees and it is loss of 5 rupees. Then there will be a loss of total 8 rupees. Am I right? So it will be loss. It will not become profit. Loss and loss makes loss only. So negative and negative, when they will be added, then their negativity will increase. They will not become positive. Am I right? So minus and added with minus. So result will be minus only, but negativity will increase. So you will add 3 plus 5. You add both the numbers regardless of their sign and you will get -8. So you can say loss of 3 rupees and loss of 5 rupees. Loss means negative sign. For loss we use negative sign. Am I right? So then you will have a loss of 8 rupees. It is loss. So you will put minus sign and 8. That is the sum of 3 and 5. Right, children? This is the second rule. I think it is clear. So whenever we have same sign, if both are positive or both are negative, then what we will do? We will add the integers. Here we have added, here also we have added only. But if we are adding positive integers, then result will be positive. And if we are adding two negative integers, then the result will be negative. So profit plus profit. If both are positive, both are showing profit, then your profit will increase. Okay, so you will add. For increment, you will add, and it is profit, so put plus sign. But if there is loss, both are negative, loss plus loss, then you will have a loss. So you will put negative sign, and because you have two successive loss, so your loss will increase, your negativity will increase. So you will add for increment, right? Now, rule 3. What happens when we add one positive and one negative integer? Right? So, rule 3. First integer is positive and second integer is negative. Right, children? I am writing it here. Let me erase this here. First one is positive and plus second one is negative. What will happen? What happens when you have both profit and loss? Suppose, children, you are having a profit of 5 rupees, right? It means your father has given 5 rupees. It is your profit of 5 rupees. You went out and some of friends has taken off 2 rupees from you. 2 rupees are gone. You have a loss of 2 rupees. Then what is your overall profit? Overall you are having profit or loss? still you are having profit because still 3 rupees are left with you. Am I right? So you will still have profit. Earlier you had rupees of 5 rupees profit, then you had a 2 rupees loss. 2 rupees are gone. So now your current profit is 3 rupees. It means your positive number was plus 5 and negative number value was minus 2. Plus 5 and minus 2 will give plus 3. 5 minus 2 equal to 3. It is so simple. Am I right? But if you have 2 rupees only, okay, your parents have given 2 rupees to you, and one of your friends has taken off 5 rupees from you. It means 2 rupees that was given by your parents and 3 rupees that you had earlier. Okay, already you have. So your 3 rupees and the 2 rupees given by your father both are taken by your friend. Okay, then your loss. What will be your loss? You firstly you had 2 rupees profit. Okay, and then you had a loss of 5 rupees. Then overall your loss will be 3 rupees only. So you will get minus 3. Let us see to make it more clear what we do if we have positive or negative integers. Then if we have both profit and loss, then if your profit is greater, then overall you will have profit. If your loss is greater, then overall you will have a loss. Right? Plus 5 rupees, profit is greater and loss of minus 2 rupees. So overall all you had a profit of 3 rupees. Profit was greater, so finally you had a profit. But profit is decreased now. Okay, so you will subtract. You will subtract. You will have profit, but value will be subtracted. So if plus sign is greater, positive integer is greater, then you will put positive sign and subtract. But if loss is greater, if your negativity is greater, negative value is greater, then you will put negative sign, because if loss is greater than profit, then you will have a loss only overall. Okay? But due to that profit, your loss will decrease. That's why you will subtract. Right? So you will have to subtract, and you will put plus or minus sign, whichever is greater. So you will put sign of integer with greater absolute value. You will see which integer is having greater absolute value. Okay, and you will put the sign of that integer only. Let us see with some example. Plus 5 and plus minus 3. As I have just discussed, children, here profit is greater. You have 5 rupees profit. After that, due to loss, 3 rupees are taken off. So finally you have 2 rupees with you. You have 2 rupees with you. It means still you are having profit of 2 rupees. So signs are opposite. Simply you can learn. If signs are opposite, then you have to subtract. If signs are same, if both are positive or both are negative, then you will add. Okay, as we had done earlier. But here you can see signs are opposite, then you will subtract always. So you have to subtract 5 minus 3. Okay, and 5 and minus 3, which one is greater, plus 5 or minus 3? Obviously plus 5 is greater. If we write the absolute value of these two integers, absolute value of 5 is 5, absolute value of minus 3 is 3. So which one is greater? 5 is greater, right? So you will put the sign of positive integer only. So write here plus sign outside, okay, and subtract. So what will you get? Plus 2. You have a profit of plus 2. Right, children? Let us take another example. Plus 6 plus minus 9. Here negative integer. Negativity is higher and positivity is less. Am I right? So what will you get? You can see these two integers are having opposite sign. So what you will do? Add or subtract? You will subtract only. Right, children? So subtract. So you will have to write the difference between the numbers. 9 minus 6. From greater to smaller. You will subtract. But what sign will be written here outside? Plus or minus? It depends on the integers. See the absolute value of the integers. Here, absolute value of 6 is 6 and absolute value of minus 9 is 9. In absolute value, we ignore the sign. Okay. Absolute value is the numerical value of an integer regardless of its sign. We don't consider the sign. So without sign, see which one is greater. Obviously, 9 is greater. Okay. 9 is the absolute value of this negative integer. So your result will be negative. Okay. Your negativity is higher, then result will be negative. Okay. So we have good habits also, we have bad habits also. If amount of good habits are more than our bad habits, then we are considered to be a good person. But if amount of level of bad habits are more than good habits, okay, then I will be considered as a bad person. Right? So you have to see which property is greater. Your positive characteristics are greater or your negative characteristics are greater. Your positive value is greater or negative value is greater. If negative value is greater, then result will be negative. If positive value is greater, then result will be positive. But in both the case, because signs are opposite, you are opposite signs be smart. You are moving in the opposite directions. 5 steps right side direction, then 4 steps backward in the negative directions. The overall your value will decrease. Okay, you are not moving in the same direction. If you are moving in the same direction, plus, 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 or minus, 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 all are minus, all positive or all negatives, then your positivity or negativity will increase. So you will add with plus sign or minus sign. Sum of positive integers is positive, sum of negative integers is negative. So these are points that you have to always remember. Right, children? If you have understood, then you can easily solve the questions based on integers. So let us take as an example. Here what we will get? 9 minus 6. Overall sign will be minus and 9 minus 6 is 3. So this will be your answer. 9 minus 6 equal to minus 3. Right, children? One more example for you clearance. Suppose plus 11 plus minus 5 plus minus 2. Now there are three integers which are to be added. Right, children? So what you will do? Plus 11 and minus 5. Firstly add the first two integers. This is positive and this one is negative. Right? They are having opposite sign. So what you will do? You will subtract. Right? So 11 minus 5 will give 6. Right? And which sign we will put here? Plus sign or minus sign. So see which one is greater. Positivity is higher or negativity is higher. Here you can see positivity is higher. Okay. You have loss of 5 rupees. After that you have gained 11 rupees. Okay. So 5 rupees out of this and 5 rupees this will be balanced. Plus 5 and minus 5 will be balanced. And after all you will have plus 6 rupees with you. So here result will be positive. What I had told, the number whose absolute value is greater. Absolute value of 11 is plus 11 is 11 and absolute value of minus 5 is 5. 11 is greater than 5. So you will put plus sign, right? So here you will have to write plus 6. You will subtract and write plus 6. Then we have added these two numbers. Now the third number is plus minus 2. Now add this also. So plus 6 and plus minus 2. They are having opposite sign. This is an positive integer, this is an a negative integer. Okay, so you will subtract. When signs are opposite, we have to subtract. When signs are same, we have to add. So here subtract. 6 minus 2 will give 4. And which sign, children? Plus sign or minus sign? Here positivity is higher. Okay, So you will put plus sign. I think it is clear to you. We will discuss it in detail in exercise also. So now let us move to the next point today. Okay, and which is very important point, because now we will discuss about the properties of integers. This is the next topic that we have to discuss. In last chapter, whole number, we had discussed the properties of whole numbers. Okay, in the same way, now we are studying about integers. So we will have to know about the properties of integers. So children, write down the next heading, next topic, that is properties of integers. Okay, so we use these properties for addition, multiplication, subtraction and multiplications. For different operations, we have different properties. So firstly, the operations for which we have to discuss about is addition. So we will discuss about properties of addition of integers. Okay, so write down. The next topic is properties of addition of integers. Properties of additions of integers. There are many properties, basically 5 properties are there. So these properties are closure property, second one is commutative law, okay. Third one is the associative law. Fourth one is additive identity, and in fifth properties we will discuss about additive inverse. So one by one we have to discuss about these properties now, right? So let us start. We will start with first property, which is closure property. Closure property. What is closure property? So firstly we have to know what is the meaning of closeness. Closure word comes from closeness. Closeness, we are close to our parents because our features, our characteristics, our behavior that match to our parents. If my father is tall, then I will also be a tall person. Okay, so we as a child inherit the properties from our parents. That's why we are much closer to our parents. Our features, physical and other properties, our behavior just match to our parents. Okay, to many extent. So this is called closeness. Okay, the child of human being is a human only, not a donkey, not a lion. Okay, so we behave in the same way as our parents behave. They are humans, so I am also a human being. If they are lion, then I will also be a lion. Right, children? So it depends on what properties they hold. That properties will be occupied by me. This is closeness. Right? So what is closure property? We have discussed in the last chapter whole number also. In whole number, I have told that whole number added with whole number results into a whole number. Okay? In the same way for integers, we say that integers added with integers results into an integer. This is closure property. So what do we say? This property says that sum of two integers is also an integer. Okay, if we are adding integers, then result will not be a fraction, not be a decimal. Okay, it will be integer only, right? And whole numbers and natural numbers all are a part of set of integers, because set of integers include all the whole numbers along with all the natural numbers. Natural numbers are also whole numbers, and whole numbers are integers also. Am I right, children? So we say integer plus integer equal to integer only. Sum of two integer is always an integer, right? Let us see some example. It's very simple, children. For example, if we are adding plus 3 and plus 2. Plus 3 is an integer, plus 2 is also an integer. Then if we add them, we get plus 5. Both are having same sign. So we will add. Right, children? So add them, and because we are adding positive integers, then result will be positive only. If we are adding negative integers, then result will be negative only. So signs, if signs are same, then we will add, but sign will depend on the integers. For positive integers, we will put positive sign. For negative integers, we will put negative sign. Okay. So let us take another example. Plus 4 plus minus 5. If we are adding these two integers, what do we get? Now these two integers are having opposite sign, right? So we will, what children? We will add or subtract? We will subtract. In case of opposite sign, we will subtract. So subtract. 5 minus 4 will give 1. But what sign we will put? Will be positive or negative? We will put sign of the value whose absolute value is greater. Absolute value of 4 is 4. Absolute value of 5 is 5. So 5 is greater than 4. Am I right? So negativity is higher. So we will put negative sign. So right here minus 1. Right, students? I think this property is clear to you now. So now we will move to the next property, which is commutative law. Right, children? So second property, commutative law. Do you remember what is commutative law? In the last chapter we have discussed, children. It is the same here also. Commutative law allows us to change the order of two integers. Am I right, children? The same property is applied here. If we are adding two integers, okay, a plus b, and if we add them by changing the order b plus a, then in both the case result will be the same. Am I right? This is commutative law of addition of integers. So what we have to write? For any two integer, no matter they are positive integers or negative integers, it doesn't make any effect. So for any two integers, suppose a and b, we don't know what is the value of integers, so we are considering they are a and b. Then we can write a plus b equal to b plus a. If we are adding the integers by changing the order one by one, then in both the case result will be the same, right? This is commutative law. Let us take some example. Plus 3 and plus 4. It will give plus 7, right? And what if we change the order? Plus 4, firstly we are writing plus 4 and then plus 3. Result will be changed? No, we still will have the same result. So plus 3 and plus 4 will give plus 7. Both signs are same, so we will add, and we are adding positive integers, so result will be positive. So we will get plus 7. Right, children? Take another example. Suppose we have to add plus 7 and plus minus 9. Right? So signs are opposite, so we will subtract. So 9 minus 7 will give 2. And negativity is higher. Negative value is higher. So we will put negative sign. If positivity is higher, then we will put positive sign. So in case of subtraction, we can write positive or negative any sign. It depends on the absolute value of the integers. The integers whose value, absolute value is greater. Okay, see the integer whose absolute value is greater and put the sign of the integer whose absolute value is greater. Am I right? So we will put minus sign. Right? So you will get minus 2. Now what if we change the order and add the integers? Suppose we have to write minus 9 plus 7. Will the result be changed? No. Still we will get minus 2 only. Okay, signs are opposite, so we will subtract, and negativity is higher, so we will put minus 2 sign only. Okay, children, this is all for today. For the rest of the properties, we will meet tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow in the class, we will discuss about the third properties associative law along with the other properties, and then we will discuss about the successor and predecessor of integers. Right? So till then, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you and Jai Hind.